Ladies and gentlemen, Trump has grown an insurmountable lead over DeSantis. NBC News, Trump's GOP lead grows after latest indictment poll finds he's up by 30 to 60 points depending on the poll. This is after the indictment. And according to NBC News and Ollie the Hill, the reason that people are voting for Trump is because they know the indictments are politically motivated. It has literally nothing to do with the rule of law. The rule of law would state that if you treated Hillary Clinton, if that is the standard by which you treat a government official that mishandles classified documents, then you treat Trump in the same manner. If the standard is that you can have servers, actual servers siphoning classified data, if you can actually have servers siphoning classified data outside of the United States government, okay, then boxes aren't that big of a deal, especially as a former president with the power to declassify. Now, DeSantis' campaign is pretty much done. There's zero momentum. The difference between the Democratic Party, for example, in 2016 and the Republican Party in 2024 is the following. In 2016, Bernie Sanders, for example, I don't want to bring up, I'm tired of talking about her emails. He didn't really want to win the Democratic primary. He did for a second, but they cheated him, Bernie Sanders, and completely railroaded him and threw him under the bus. And then they, not only did they do all of those things to Bernie Sanders while Clinton was being investigated by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, but the mentality among Democrats was, don't talk about Clinton's emails, it's politically motivated. Clinton had servers. Okay, it's the way Democrats work in media is they lie by omission, they use euphemisms, and they actually obfuscate in plain sight. They will utilize words and they'll describe events in a manner that has nothing to do with the reality of the words or the event or incident. So they'll say, well, Clinton's emails. It had nothing to do with Clinton's emails. It had to do with Clinton's servers and top secret intel that from an illegal manner made its way onto those servers. There's no way legally that Clinton could have obtained classified data from secure government servers outside the United States government onto her servers. It was illegal and criminal to own. Now, whether President Obama allowed it to happen or whether intel agencies had those emails, that's not relevant. The issue is that anybody who owns servers, that's a crime. You cannot own a server, even like you couldn't even work for Apple or Microsoft and have servers running outside of those corporations. Okay, that is a crime. What Trump did is not a crime. Owning data documents that you declassified as president is not a criminal act. Furthermore, 22 million emails were missing with the Bush administration. We can go through the double standards. Unbelievable. The National Archives didn't care. Also, the National Archives never pressed to look at President Obama's emails to Clinton. So you have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where it's very bizarre. All of this is very bizarre. And the indictments of Trump are purely politically motivated. Because you look at the precedent, you can tell they're politically motivated. And hit subscribe to this channel right now, ladies and gentlemen. You can tell they're politically motivated by how they treat Clinton with her servers, Bush with 22 million deleted emails within his White House, and a Republican National Committee server. And also Bill Clinton with classified data in his sock drawer. So you could tell how they treat others by the manner in which they treat Trump. It's purely political. So you can't capitalize. I guess if you've lasted this long, I mean honestly, if you've lasted this long, you can't capitalize on an indictment if you are anybody, Chris Christie, anyone, DeSantis, you can't capitalize on an indictment if you know it's politically motivated. If you know that DeSantis himself would be indicted in the same manner, if they could. What Democrats have done is utilize the American government against their political rivals. You might say, well, Trump wanted to do that. Yeah, but they did commit crimes. Owning a server is a crime. You can't own a server outside the U.S. government, not even for a split second. Would Zuckerberg at at Facebook allow you to own a server at Facebook? Do you think that Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk would allow you as an employee of Twitter or Facebook to own servers? I mean, do you think, like, if you've stumbled upon this channel, the channel, we have over 200,000 subs, we're doing fine, but, it's a little bit slow. 2024 is going to be a fantastic time for this channel, but do you think, for example, if you've stumbled upon this, oh my God, who is this nutcase, H.A. Badman? Do you think that Zuckerberg or anyone at Facebook or Microsoft or Bill Gates or whatever, you think they would allow a private server to siphon the corporate proprietary data? How about no, never? They would never even allow a person to set up a server to siphon Meta, Facebook's classified or whatever proprietary information. They wouldn't even allow 1 second of a server to be set up. Or they wouldn't even allow 1 second to set up a server. Okay, but the United States government apparently allowed that when Clinton was President Obama's vice Secretary of State, and President Obama's administration made an absolute mockery of classified data. You can't do that. It's not even possible from a cybersecurity perspective. But anyway, Trump had boxes from Office Depot. It's the end of the world. Don't you understand? It's the end of the world. He had boxes from Office Depot, and he was a former president who stated categorically he declassified everything. Good luck trying to prove he didn't. You can find 30,000 people that turn on Trump and they want a better life because, media and everyone in D.C. and everyone in New York just won't hire the person because they work for Trump. It wouldn't matter. It would be his word. It would be their word versus the president of the word of the president of the United States. There's still a reasonable doubt there. It would be a mistrial, or he would be acquitted. Okay, so he's not gonna get even 1 second in jail, Trump. But getting back to DeSantis, the whole point of Ron DeSantis is that he's like Trump. He's the closest thing in the Republican Party to Trump, which is the only reason he is a viable candidate. Nobody says, I like DeSantis, because he's like Mitt Romney. Nobody says, I like DeSantis because he's like Paul Ryan. Okay, nobody says, I like DeSantis because he's like Joe Biden. Okay, in fact, prior to 2 years ago, nobody ever said, who would make a great president? Mashed potato brains. Nobody ever said that. Nobody ever said that. Anyway, apparently we could talk about it. Who knows? Now we can't. You notice the things that we can't talk about? There's an undercurrent of absolute truth and reality that we all know is true, but it's like, the gatekeepers of information. You can't spread information that misinforms. Sure, 200 million people voted for mashed potato brains. Makes perfect sense. Anyway, his lead keeps growing. DeSantis is pretty much done as a candidate. He might be going for Trump's VP pick. Obviously, he is. I really do think that Trump should pick RFK Jr. I don't know if RFK Jr. would want that. Maybe he would. I don't know if he would want that. But the entire system wouldn't know what to do. The very corrupt system that props up Democratic candidates. I don't know how they would react to Trump picking RFK Jr. I think that it would be amazing for both of them. I think that it would protect both of them from, media and politics and all that. I think it would be a wonderful thing. But if it's not RFK Jr., I think DeSantis wants to. I know that RFK differs on a number of issues from Trump. But you need to reform a corrupt system. reform a corrupt system. It's not difficult to understand. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe to this channel.